Hi guys, welcome to the new video on my channel. Today I'm going to set up my bullet journal for May, and I've decided for flowery theme just because spring is already here, and also knowing that I have very limited time this month, I've decided to make it very simple and to go just for an outline of my flowers. And just to put a little bit twist, I've decided to draw all my flowers with orange fine liner, and to add some other color also, I've decided to do all writing in green. So for my cover page I went with a bouquet of flowers and I've drawn them in a bottle. I've drawn also some bees flying around them, and on left hand side I've drawn one flower and I went for short quote. Although this setup is very simple, I really like how it's turned out at the end. After erasing all pencil, I moved to the next spread, which is monthly overview. And this month also I've decided to go very simple on it, and I simply drawn some calendar. This time I didn't write every separate box, I just drew line on the top and on the bottom, and I didn't divide them into the squares. Because of this, all this spread look much lighter. And on the right margin I drawn some flowers. This time I decided to draw them loose, and I didn't want them to look too overcrowded, so I just wrote a bunch of them. At the end, on the top I've written May, and I wrote all numbers for the days of the month. I really like how orange and green looks together, that's why this spread looks very pleasing to me. And the great thing about this that it wasn't as time consuming as all other setups which I do so far were. After monthly overview I moved into productivity tracker, and again I used orange fine liner to do all outlines, and next I used green color to write all numbers and writing. In one of my future videos I will show you how I am using this productivity tracker. Although it is not method invited by me, I've adapted it from other YouTuber, but I will tell more widely about this in that video. So after drawing all horizontal lines, I drew all vertical one, and after I also drawn some flowers on the top, and I wrote productivity tracker. To be honest, when I first time saw this productivity tracker, I was thinking that it is a very useless spread, but since I started using it I can see its value, because sometimes we have days when we think, oh, I didn't do anything, but as you see, it's always a lot of things which you don't really consider as work or whatever, but they make it much more productive, and you see that in fact you are doing quite a lot every day. Next I moved to my 2 lines a day, and this is another spread which I really like to use, just because when I was younger I had my proper journal where I would like whole entries for each day, but as time went much more busier, I didn't have time to write, proper entry to my journal, and I stopped keeping up with it. And 2 lines a day, it's not that much, it takes just a couple of minutes, but still you have at least a little insight of what's happened each day, either during a busy day or less busy day. There is always some time to write these 2 lines. And as you may know, I can't write straight without lines, that's why I decided to add some lines for me to make it easier to write, and I used green pen just to separate it from borders of each box. On the top of this table I just drawn some flowers and I wrote 2 lines a day, and at the end I wrote all numbers for each day of the month. And as I said, I didn't have too much time this month, so straight after my 2 lines a day, I moved into my weekly spreads. This time I've decided that I'm going to write my hours in my weekly spreads, just because I didn't have enough time to set it up properly, and I've started from dividing my page into 4 pieces. And in last piece on right page I drawn some flowers. I simply wrote days of the week and names of the day, and at the end I wrote which week this weekly spread is for, and this was end of my setup. And here is flip through of today's setup. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe for more content like this. I would really appreciate if you like this video, and also please leave your comments of any suggestions. What kind of videos would you like to see from me? See you in my next video. Bye!